All right, everybody, we're working through the quadratic functions and equations review. Now we're looking at question 2D. Now this one says here we're going to use the graphic display calculator to answer the question. In this one right here, the function is negative 4.9 t squared plus 10t plus 35. So, okay, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter that into my calculator. And now I'm going to graph this. Now I've already graphed this and I already know that the regular window settings don't work here. So what I would suggest you do here to make the window settings work is just make the Y max bigger. So press window, go in here and change the Y max from 10 to 50 and maybe go up by 5 so it's a little bit easier to read. And there we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is find the vertex. So I'm going to go second, trace. Okay, and I'm going to go down here, and now I know that the parabola based on the diagram opens down, so the thing that I'm looking for here is going to be the minimum. Now I move my cursor close to the minimum, but I don't have to be right on top of it. In fact, I want to be to the left of it a little bit, press enter. Move the cursor to the right of it a little bit, press enter. Now the calculator is asking for a guess, I'll get there in a second. So what the calculator is going to do is it's going to bounce back and forth between these two triangles, and it's going to look for the point that has the largest y coordinate. And it's going to start with this as a guess. Now that's just the point where the cursor is right now. It doesn't really matter what it is. Press enter. And we get here that my answer is, okay, sorry, something did not happen there the way it was supposed to. So left bound, oh my gosh. Okay. This is just lack of caffeine on my part here. Sorry, the parabola opens down. So I am looking for a maximum value. You do the same thing here, but you're going to choose the maximum value here. It opens down. Press enter. And the answer in this case is going to be 1.0 and 40.1. So our vertex here, 1.0, 40.1. Which means that I know that my axis of symmetry will be the value or the equation here, x equals 1.0. Now, I also want to take a look at the domain and range. Well, the domain, I know that the domain, because it's just a parabola here, regular old parabola, is going to be x as an element of the reals. This thing opens down, so in fact that vertex is a maximum. I screwed that up a little while ago. So y is going to be less than or equal to 40.1. Now what I want to do is I want to find the X and Y-Intercepts. So I go here. So now we're going to go back into our trace menu, and to find the Y-intercept, we're going to choose the value feature, and it's going to wait. Its calculator's now waiting here for us to tell it what X is, and at the Y-intercept, the X value is 0. So I just press enter, and I get 35. So my Y-intercept here is 35. Now I'm going to find the X-intercepts. Again, on the calculator here. So I go back into that trace menu, the calculate menu here. This time, to find the x-intercepts, I'm looking for the 0 of the function. So we're going to choose the 0. Now I've got two x-intercepts here. I'm going to have to find one at a time here. So first of all, I move to the left of the 0. Now I'm only using the left and the right keys here when I do this. I'm not using up and down. I'm using left and right. And I move slightly to the left of that x-intercept, press enter. And then move slightly to the right of that x-intercept and press enter. Now the x-intercept should be between, okay, that point there should be in between those two triangles, because the calculator is going to bounce back and forth between those two, looking for the x coordinate where y is equal to 0. Press enter, thinks for a second, and we get negative 1.8. So one x-intercept is negative 1.8. And then we repeat this process for the other one. So we move our cursor over. Our x-intercept is right down there. Whoops, we're going to move a little bit to the left of it, press enter. We move a little bit to the right of it, press enter again, and this time we get 3.9. Now if you go through that and the calculator gives you a no sign change error, it's because you haven't done one value to the left of the 0 and to the right. You're basically both to the left or both to the right. And so you just need to go back and do it again and just make sure that you've moved the cursor far enough so that you're straddling the x-intercept. And these are the values that we were looking for.